All right. I think I know which buttons I'm pressing. So it is Sunday morning. Welcome to the Gaming AI Show. It's been a few months, to be honest. Things have been busy running up to GDC. Back in March, I had 4 sessions at GDC, and that was pretty rough. Coming off the back of that, rolling into, I guess, April, I took a little bit of a vacation. Caught up with my folks in Florida. That was pretty fun. But basically didn't really get back into the swing of things. Had a whole bunch of stuff catch fire at work. Had to do a lot for the IGDA Foundation. So a lot of people know me as the AI guy, but I'm also... I've been chair of the IGDA Foundation, which is a charity for game developers and by game developers for, I guess, coming up on 5 years now. I've been doing that. Unfortunately, our executive director resigned to take another position. She's now head of worldwide business development for small and medium studios at Amazon Game Tech, which is just one of the coolest titles I've ever heard. So I'm really stoked. I don't think I'm using this microphone, so I can just put it away, actually. Let's see what happens. No, oh, okay, no, I do need that, because that's giving me side tone, so I can actually hear myself speak. See, it's been so long that I've forgotten how to do this shit, which is pretty terrible. Okay, so, apologies for that. I've been missing streaming, so I decided to get back into it. I'm going to try and do the Sunday sessions. I might have to skip the Wednesdays just because things are still just so busy. So today what we're going to be playing is a game called Cultist Simulator. So we've played Sunless Skies. We looked at Fallen London. But this is by one of the guys who kind of set up Fail Better Games, Alexis Kennedy. And we're going to get in and see what's going on in this. So I have never played this game. So this is going to be just a completely random, like, jump in, see what's going on, see what's doing, and try and pull it apart in real time. So Alexis Kennedy is kind of famous for interactive narrative, being kind of one of those really smart people when it comes to all things kind of narrative-y, procedural story kind of stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see what's happening here. I also didn't get a chance for much breakfast, which is why I'm kind of munching and drinking alongside streaming. So if I do one of these, and then I do one of these, so I think the audio should be on the stream. I think the picture should be on the stream. And that's certainly what I'm seeing on my side. So let's just assume that it's correct and let's go for it. Alright, I guess we... Oh, who is responsible? Is that credits? Yes. So there you go. Alexis Kennedy, design, writing, and coding. So no small role for this dude in this. And Fraser McCormick, good buddy from Twitter, did some of the additional coding. That's cool. Alright, let's begin the game then. So, I am not seeing the whole game screen. Let me do... Okay, there we go. We've got it now. There was something that I missed. Click today. I've got a glowy thing. I've got a card. Menial employment, a precarious position as a hospital porter, miserable, but it's all you can find just now. I have 0 across these things here. Let's press this button and see what happens. This is work. Earn a living or practice the invisible arts. Slot something. Oh, that's a slot for a work thing, so I can drop my menial employment onto my work thing. Another shift, mopping the darkened hallways, delivering post to hollowed-eyed invalids, trundling corpse-laden gurneys to the basement. So immediately, like, there's a descriptor for the menial employment that menial employment is the name of the card, and it brought up hospitals, and then in the description it's actually popping out like a more detailed thing about hospitals. I don't know if menial employment might be different things, or whether this is all like pre-canned, but you could imagine a world where, like, okay, which random menial employment are we going to roll? Okay, let's move forward from there. So we get 10 seconds of menial employment. Halfway through the shift, the head porter beckons you aside. We won't require your services any longer. Here's your last payment. We've paid you through the end of the month. I've lost my job. At least now I have a little time to rest, and my health improves. Dream is unlocked. So I collected a health card and a funds card. And now the dream is generating. Okay, I can collect my dreams. That gave me a passion and another funds and contentment. And it also unlocked a change in the air. I need funds to live, but perhaps this recent upset in my circumstances is a secret blessing. Is there something to my dreams? There is a change in the air, and this timer is quite a bit longer. It looks like it's going to be a 60-second timer there. I could slot a dream. I don't think I can do anything else right now other than wait this out. So I don't know what contentment is. Can I spend? No, I can't do that. That doesn't take anything in. Can I? Oh. Well, I just lost the contentment card. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Can I slot a funds card into work? No. Okay, so at the end of this... Alright, so at the end of that timer I got a bunch more cards. And this is telling a... Let's pause. So this is telling a cool story about a dream. So the dream was... I can move that over there to bring... Oh, well, I can't have both of them up at the same time, but there was a dream about meeting an old man. And then the old man has bequeathed me... A letter from a solicitor. The old man at the hospital, the one I dream of, has named me in his will. I will hear more soon. The old man has bequeathed me some money and a packet of peculiar papers, poetry, riddles, metaphysical speculations. For the first time in months, here is some fuel for my reason. Study is unlocked. So I can collect. So I've collected the output of this guy, which is the study. So that whole timer was about unlocking that guy, and now I think I can probably slot reason into the study. So I'm going to slot the bequest into the study. Oh, and then that opens up an approach, and I can slot reason into the request. Alright, let's go with that. That's going to take 30 seconds, so I'm going to pause. So I've got 11 funds. I'm about to spend that reason, I think. But I've got a passion and I've got a health. What does that do? Nothing. So in terms of like onboarding, it's a very throw you in at the deep end kind of approach. Okay, something's happening here. So we got a bunch of cards to collect here. My correspondent describes my dreams exactly. They use names that are instantly familiar: the house, the wood, the hours, the glory. They knew secrets beneath time and the skin of the world. A new curiosity burns in me. There is a note here, directions to a bookshop that does not advertise its wares. So that's given me 4 TBD cards and a reason. So I can collect all of that. And then time has started passing and I've started having to spend funds. I must have funds to live or I will become ill. I wonder if that little magnet icon means that it's automatically going to suck stuff in. So I got notes on a possible collaborator. I got a watchman's secret. I got a temptation. This card will allow you to win an enlightenment victory if you upgrade it far enough. Dreaming about it might advance or change it. Well, let's see if we can study the notes on a possible collaborator. And in parallel with that, I wonder if we can dream about the temptation. So that'll take 60 seconds. Studying the thing will take 30 seconds. Have I got a work thing I can do? Nope, not that. Not that. Alright, I guess the answer to that is no. So I think we can unpause and we can probably even fast forward. So let's drop into normal speed and pause. So we've got a Mystique card. Uncanniness lingers. Mystique may attract the attention of hunters. They can't use it to build a case against you, but it will encourage them to look harder. So I've got 300 seconds of Mystique, which is reputation. Interesting. Okay, so these aspects. So what it said was that I couldn't. It said I couldn't study with reason the Watchman's Secret because it didn't have the aspect Watchman's Secret. So what? That sort of indicates that there's kind of almost like a prereq system going on here that allows for things to be modulated by what aspect they belong to. So you can kind of start to think about how the grammar backing something like this would get put together. So we have talk is going to come up in 30 seconds. Can we study the mystique? Can we study the directions? We can. Study the directions and see where that takes us. So let's go fast forward again. I don't think I have a reflection. So yeah, so that little magnet I think means that it will always sucker funds if I've got one. And I didn't make one in the last minute, so I'm net negative on funds. So that's opened up exploration as an option for us. So let's collect that. Let's collect this. In fact, is that button collect all? No, it's not. I don't know what this button does. Maybe if I just hover here long enough. Nope. Alright. So let's collect that guy. So that's given us Moreland Shop. I have decided to remain as I am for now. So that hasn't done anything. So it makes sense that we would study the occult scrap. And would we use reason for that? Nope. So that card must have at least... So I can't do anything with that guy just now. So Eldridge, an acquaintance, an elegant man of inelegant habits. Let's drop him on the block and see what happens. So that's going to take 10 seconds. Let's explore Moreland's shop. And that's going to cost... Can I have it cost a passion? No. Can I have it cost a health? Is this telling me what it... Okay. Oh, it can only cost a funds. Okay, well I guess we'll start that. Gonna have to figure out some way to get some funds soon though, because that's a problem. Can I can reason about work? Okay, I can find clerical work. Interesting. Okay, so that will probably help with something somewhere. That's gonna take 10 seconds. Ooh! So that just gave me this whole background thing here, which is interesting. I can't dream about the Watchman's secret. That mystique is... Oh, it's still ticking down. That's still going. That's still going. And I've got no way of studying the occult scrap. Whoa. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, I guess I can look around on this table. I can't study the temptation of enlightenment. Can I study my passion? Fuck it, let's see what happens. Alright, that's going to take 60 seconds. Can I dream about health? So these resource cards are effectively giving me opportunities to like... Alright, I'm starting to see it. Jeez. The onboarding for this is could be better. Right. So the talk popped us out a choose founding principles. I don't have any law. That's not a doctrine. That's not a doctrine. Oh, a watchman's secret is a doctrine. Interesting. An occult society dedicated to understanding of the light that leaks from... That's not... An occult society dedicated to the study of the 5 histories and their demi-real branches. Or an occult... Yeah, let's go with the Watchman's Secret. I've got stuff to collect here. Let's drop the junior position in. Okay, so we've got junior work. So we might have a way of getting some funds here. That's going to take 60 seconds. It's got 40 seconds until we're sucking some funds, but we've actually got enough. We just got notoriety. Certain acts are not quickly forgotten. Notoriety may allow hunters to build a case against you. So I think talking to Elridge failed and generated notoriety. I think that might be what happened there. Let's dream about this dude again. See what happens. And let's add the occult scrap as a reflection. I can apply reason as my diligence, so I'll do that. So there's a lot of like modifier type things going on here. Alright, so we found something noteworthy. The locksmith's dream, portions and proportions. Interesting that this one says it can only exist once, which implies that all the others don't have to. I don't know what's going on there, but it's going to be 30 seconds till it's done. We have to spend some coins in 12 seconds. Alright, well I haven't established the cult yet, so let's leave him alone. Let's see what happens here. Alright, oh shit, we just unlocked a new thing. What's this guy? The wrong kind of attention. And that's going to magnetically pull in an adversary. Old and happy farm. Okay, I've no idea. Ooh. Oh, it pulled in the Mystique card. Collect all of these guys. And these ones. And these ones. I think I actually need to be reading the text a lot more than I am doing. Alright. So I can use glimmering to gain passion. Alright, I think I need 2 glimmerings to gain a passion. This is... Alright, let's try and study this book. Ooh, we can explore the occult scrap. Seems like a good move. Okay, that generated restlessness, I think. Wow, it's real easy for this to go way too fast. For something that kind of, like, it's slow, but it's also quick. So, it's also very text-based. So, restlessness, a restless longing has me... I feel that I want to do something. What exactly? I really don't know what all of this shit... These are, the icons obviously mean something. So aspect heart, aspect grail, aspect memory, aspect forge, aspect influence, lantern, and moth. Alright. Excuse me while I take a bite of something, I guess. Alright, let's see what the next 20... So that is that there's always someone who doesn't understand or who understands too well this troublemaker may seek evidence on my activities to share with the authorities. So that took in my mystique card. And it's given me a wary detective. Can I talk to that dude? Maybe not. I've got another 211 seconds on my notoriety. And my reason is dimmed for another 30 seconds. So that will take in a reason, but I don't have a reason yet. Oh, it literally says, my reason. I thought it meant like my reason for life, not like my ability to reason. Ooh, shit, something's going on here. Trembling in the air. The sun flickers like a shadow, dreams ripple behind the surface of mirrors. I must be careful not to drift from the waking world. Fascinations may provoke visions. So it's interesting. This dude is like an auto-repeating thing, and it's got a dedicated amount of time, and it's going to require that you provide funds, and over time it's going to generate odd things. So this is acting as like a simulator clock. And it's almost like the thing that's driving all the mechanisms and machinations of what the game world is doing. So this stuff is like... This stuff is more like intentional. Well, this guy isn't. But this stuff is intentional. This is interesting. Like as a framework, this is actually really interesting. Just fucking... Whatever. So this guy's auto running. this guy's auto-running, this guy's auto-running, and these are not. Alright, my reason is back in, so I can drop that into my cult thing. Ooh, okay. I don't want to lose my job, so I'm going to throw the reason over there. The cult can wait. I got... What the fuck is an erudition? You need 2 eruditions as well. Bollocks. Alright, so I need to figure out a way to... Can't do anything with that guy right now. Can't do anything with that. Ah! So I got a locksmith's secret that I can... Alright, I can't, I'm not ready for that yet. Dream about this guy, collect that guy. So I could explore this place, let's do that. Oh, hell. So I need a leader, an assistant, funds, and further funds. So that's not something I'm going to be doing anytime soon. So let's shove that off on one side. We're waiting for that to tick down. Study the locksmith's secret, but I don't have the correct width. I could study restlessness. Okay, so that would need 2 of those, which I don't have. I think I have to get my reason back now. Oh, that just turned into dread. I got 4 cards out of this guy. I got my reason back, but it's dimmed again. So we can go back to that. I got 2 funds, that's good. So I've refilled that a little bit. Let's go back to that, and I don't think we need the reason, but we're not going to get our reason back for 60 seconds. Let's throw passion. Cravings. So this is going to be another auto suck. So I guess if I get some like weirdo thing, then it's going to keep pulling it in and generating bad cards for me. I think. going to generate bad cards for me. That's nice. We've got something new over here. We've got a temptation. Where did the other temptation go? Put it somewhere, or did it? Is this what it transformed into? Oh, this is what it transformed into, I think. Oh, right. So rather than it upgrading, it changed from an enlightenment to a power. So I've dropped the reason. Alden really wants the reason, or I'll get fired. At the moment, I added a ring light to the camera, and honestly, it's making my eyes water so much with a bright light that I think I'm going to turn it off. Oh, that's not good. So we got a sickness and it cost us a health. And we only had 1 health. We lost our glimmer. Restlessness turned into dread. Oh, is that because I'm not dealing with the restlessness? Right, let's see what we got here. That should be, yeah, that's 2 things. Reason dimmed again. What we got? Nothing happened there. I've thrown a passion into work just to see what happened. So I think what this is sort of saying is that there's things, I think that there's things that you have to resolve, or they turn into negative things, maybe. So exploring that reminiscence gave me a contentment. Contentment defends against dread. Well, right, let's throw it in for a study. Nope. With knowledge. Well, I don't have any of those, so that's a no. But I can dream about dread with my contentment. Will that cancel out my dread? Let's do it with the... Actually, let's do it with the longbow. So in 60 seconds, those two hopefully cancel each other out. Maybe. And Dread just got sucked into Bleak Thoughts. So I got an affliction. Alright, well I need to dream on an affliction to turn it back into a health. Fuck me, this is complicated. Alright. My notoriety expired. My reason... I turn my passion into a contentment. I don't have a persuasion. In a minute I will have a persuasion. Because I think that passion card can be used for that. Okay, I put him in the wrong place. So Elridge is going to become my first recruit, and that's going to take 22 seconds. My passion comes up in 31 seconds. So by taking the dread and the contentment, I got another fleeting reminiscence, which I believe I can explore. And last time it gave me a contentment. That's now ready to be dreamed about. Alright, let's put funds in. So unfortunately, I'm not getting anything out of this guy at the moment, and I think it's racking up all the things that I put into it, but it's like a multi-stage situation. Yeah. So now I've got everything that I put in there back. So now I've got my Mirror of Glory cult. My reason is dimmed for another minute. But I don't have a ceremony. Oh yeah, I do. I can put the Watchman's Secret in as the ceremony. Ah, interesting. So here I can sub in... I can sub in funds. But if I had a cult tool, I wouldn't need to. interesting. So I can study the locksmith's secret with the watchman's secret and see what happens. You know what? Let's study the watchman's secret with the Alright, let's do it this way. So is this telling me what it will generate or what it needs? So this card has a 2 strength aspect of lantern, 1 require knowledge. And 1 law. I don't know. I think this upgrades the locksmith's secret, which I don't think is actually useful to me. Reason is still oh, I've not actually moved time forwards. Let's do that. Alright, my passion just got back. Fascination. Okay, so that is aspect influence, aspect memory, aspect ill health, aspect moth. Now, if I do Mirror of Glory Cult on Eldritch, we put in the Watchman's Secret. Am I able to use the fascination as the trappings? Yes, I am. Why can't I start that? Oh, to promote a believer to a disciple, I'll need to provide an appropriate aspect for the cult to at least the 7th intensity. Send Eldritch exploring, I think. Alright, so we're going to pay. Reason's done for another 30 seconds. I mean, this whole system is like, it seems like there's a very rich kind of descriptive system backing all of this, but it's fucking opaque. All right, we got a health back. Right, ready to go. Oh, it's there. Alright, so we got a health back. Reason is still dimmed. Passion is good to go. Actually, it's the passion that I need for right now. Alright. So we're going to start that. You're going to give me... okay. Oh, weird. Okay. Can't do anything with that guy right now. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing at this point. I'm just pressing buttons. Alright, what we got here? Alright. I got my job back. And I'm going to apply some diligence. I think what's really cool here is that, like, categorically there's an awful lot of stuff. It's very rich grammar backing this, so rich that it's actually, like, completely illegible. But that's actually, like, in some ways it's really cool-ish. The fact that I can also, like, highlight the stuff. Alright, yeah, use the fortune teller to do some sort of future cult thing. That sounds cool. Like, it all kind of groks, but without knowing, like, specifically what all the words are. Like, it's tricksy. So I got 1 coin for that guy. And I depleted my reason. Maybe I can throw that in. See, this time it's not actually wanting an extra thing. I think I really need to figure out how to get more reason, because I'm feeling like those are, well, those categorically are your resources because they're what come out here at the bottom. But like, it's not. My follower has found one or more ways. Ooh, one more way to align our work with the greater work of the hours. That has given me a subtle flaw. So could I? Nope. Damn it. Every time I think I know the thing that's happening, it turns out I fucking don't. Alright, we can throw erudition in there. And we don't have the right kind of knowledge. Fuck my life. This outfit. We're gonna need to add some reason for Mr. Aldrin. So we can't study the subtle flaw. We got the fortune teller back. Let's send the fortune teller over again. With the view of, yeah, do one of those. Well, I'm not using this passion, so let's just see what happens. I got another restlessness. Can't do anything with those right now. Could explore the shop a little bit more. That's going to cost me just how just funds, yeah, it is. What if I explore headquarters? That's a location. I guess it's an explored location. I can have Elridge explore. Okay. Alright. do the work thing. It's not going to be good enough, but that will allow me to, when it comes around again, send in the reason. Ooh, I got a glimmering out of that. So what happens if we do it again? So the weary detective is going to go up in there. The reasons come back. The glimmering has a bit of time left. Chilly atmosphere. I think you've got to be further along to be getting. Alright, so now I can combine two glimmerings and I'll get another passion. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of this. So what I need to do is free up the reason to get studied. Can't do anything with her, but I probably can send her out again. Go for one of those. Alright. It's not ideal. Oh, they need healing? Oh, fuck that. Alright, I've got 2 passions. And I got a skill. This guy's gonna be a cock. Alright, I can put a passion in there. And see what happens. Which would free me up to spend my reason to study there. Okay, let's see if that works. You know, there's an awful lot going on here. And not all of it is well explained. And if I could put a passion in there, then I could have put the reason in there, got the... Okay, we're going to be a little while getting that second reason. But it is what it is. And then immediately put the reason back in. Okay. I'm gonna feed Mr. Aldrin passion, which won't be to his liking. conditions. Create a passion. A reason. So now that I've got a second reason about to come out, that should mean that I can keep this job going. And I should be able to keep relatively ahead in terms of funds. I might have a problem here. The notoriety just got sucked in. So I have 2 skills now. And 2 reasons. Can I dream about reason? Can I dream about passion? No idea. Ooh. Now I can feed in law. Let's feed in the Watchman's secret. Mr. Aldrin wants a reason. Mr. Aldrin can get fucked. Let's go for generating another reason. Sorry. Whoa, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Straight back to work. I don't think I've got, well, straight back to work. I don't think I've got any wiggle room. It's going to give me a restlessness. Ooh. Wow. Alright, things just got interesting, I think. Can't dream about that again. Oh, interesting. So now this is tentative evidence. So this is evidence against me, which is going to last for, it looks like, 10 minutes. So that time Mr. Aldrin didn't have a problem. Which also suggests that there is some, like, it felt like there was determinism, and it was actually like, you know, there was just one outcome, and you would always go to work, and you would always get that outcome where it was like, hey, pay more attention, use your reason. But that didn't happen, and I got the coins, so that's good. Alright, now that I've figured out how to generate more reason and more passion, I think I'm in a better spot. I'm probably going to end up a little bit screwed. Something turned into restlessness there, but I didn't see what it was. I want to build up a load of coins, because I'm running low on those. But I do. So I've got 2 erudition. Throw them in there and start. So you can kind of see, like, it would be an absolute pain in the ass to actually try to formalize this. But you can see that it's not crazy, right? Like, it's complicated. Like, trying to mind map all the ways that all these different things interact would be an absolute pain in the ass, but totally doable. Alright, in 47 seconds, I'm gonna be dead. Because I've had enough despair feed into this that despair overwhelms me. And this is where I needed to send contentment, I guess? That's turned into dread, that's turned into dread. Okay. I think this is going to be game over here anyway. So that time it turned into a lesson learned. So we've only got 1 of those, so I can't actually fire it off. That's a pain. Alright. So we're going to fire the reason into here. None of it matters, because as soon as this time ends, yeah, that's game over. Wow, that got real loud. Let's begin again. So what's going to be interesting is... so this is picking a starting point, which we didn't do for the tutorial. We started as a... So what I'm interested in is whether, like, there's different paths. Alone in this chilly city with my useless education and my dreams, what now? Could I become something more? We will go down here, and we are Luke D2 this time. So menial employment is still hospital role, and I think that it wouldn't surprise me to find that working at the hospital, you know, these are not... The outcomes are non-deterministic, but the text actually isn't. And that sort of tracks in some ways. Okay, so that time... So we've gone from work to dreams, so this feels like it's a little bit on rails. And let's just see how deep those rails go. So I'm going to speed time up a little bit, because this intro stuff is... like, what was the point of giving me a contentment at this point? Because there's nothing I can do with it, and it's about to expire. So, that has given me a reason, a bequest. So, while I am in the early game, I'm just gonna be a bit of a min-maxer. Like, I know that I'm gonna need more reason, so let me throw the reason in before I actually start looking at that bequest. So this first reason should give me an erudition. And now time is starting to pass, but I'm going to throw the reason in here again. I've got quite a bit of funds to begin with, so it's not like I'm hurting for this role. At some point I am going to have to go and figure out how to get a job. In fact, we could probably do that in parallel, maybe. Let's use the passion on the thing. Collect that. Now with 2 eruditions, let's go with that. I don't have a yearning, so that I'll just have to do. Oh, interesting. So I can feed a restlessness into a work. Now my passion is exhausted, but I got a glimmering out of that. That's going to come back in 30 seconds. So I got my reason, and I got a new skill. Let's go for an additional reason. I think I can reason my way into a new role. And I can throw that in there to get a additional glimmering. I think. Or was I dreaming about passion? Shit, I might have done the wrong thing. So I got sick, so that feels like it's probably on a randomized thing. Reason is diligence. glimmering with that glimmering and start. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to move these counters over here. So this is my kind of automated bad shit. So that gave me an extra funds, I think. No, an extra erudition. Oh, Jesus. Alright. In 20 seconds, I'm going to want to combine eruditions. So I've got a vivid imagination out of that as a skill. But now I can and I can no, I can't. No. Dream on an affliction. And I can give it a coin to turn it back into a health. Probably just gonna let that go. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. At some point I do need to open up this bequest. For a reason on that, which should give us more coins. Oh shit, I was gonna, yeah, oops. I've been really quiet for the last little while because I've been actually getting into the flow of things. And I sort of forgot I was streaming. So I think the thing that's interesting the second time through is you effectively, like, you're a little bit resource constrained, but what you're actually trying to do is juggle what you're using all your production lines for. Each one of those big squares is effectively a production line. And as a result of that, that kind of puts you in a world where, like, you really, there's a serious cognitive load to actually figuring out what the hell is happening and what to do about it. So, you know, I'd worked out that I could hang out waiting for this kind of ability to get my job back, and I was going to have to spend a passion to do it. At which point it's like, okay, well, where's my pack? Well, I've got one coming up in a bit. I'm making another one here. That's going to be 3 that I've got total. My funds level is okay. I still haven't opened this fucking bequest, so I haven't really started the bit about being like an actual cult guy, which is almost kind of fascinating in a way. Like, by hanging out and I can put that on top of that and just make a stack of them. Oh, I can't move the stacks. By kind of just hanging out, I'm setting myself up in a world. Hell, I don't know what that was. So that's gonna be a glimmering lesson learned, but that turns into a glimmering eventually. Now, how the hell did I get a vitality? I think I meditated on a passion. No, I tell you what I did. So I didn't get any coins for that. So I need to get straight back on with the job. All right, let's open up the. Ooh. Okay, I can use a reason. It's interesting that you just don't get to cancel out of anything. Like as soon as you commit something in, that's it. All right. We've got my Watchman's Secrets. We've got directions to mall and shop. Stop. Oh, that was wrong. Fuck. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. I might just have time to get. So much of this is like exploration, more so than anything else. Back to work. And add a reason as a diligence. So that's opened up the exploration piece. And I have a location for mall and shop. So let's explore this occult scrap and see what happens. So I'm going to lose this vitality. There it goes. I did get a glimmering. And I've actually got a second glimmering there, but it's not going to expire for a while. So let's see if I can generate another glimmering lessons learned. Probably shouldn't just be burning my passion there, but I've got reason, so I should be okay, maybe. And if I can get another glimmering, then that's going to put me in a world where I've got like three passions. That gave me some coin. Let's go again. Now Mr. Alden has taken interest. So there's not actually, like, the choice outcomes are interesting. And, like, that segment there opened up, so last time it opened up some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some underground ruin kind of situation. This time it opens up a hospital, so the outcome is not completely deterministic. It's not like we're working through one solid flow. That said, like, a lot of these things are not as dynamic as you might expect them to be. So, like, you know, we started as a hospital guy. You can kind of squint at it a little bit and see that it wouldn't be super hard to sub in some different menial work paragraphs around different kind of setups. And you could have them follow the same kind of narrative arc, but actually tell a slightly different story, which, you know, it could be interesting. I don't know if it would add flavor in a meaningful way. But certainly, like, the only reason not to is probably complexity or volume of content that you would need to create. So, you know, it's interesting, like, where trade-offs are being made and where they're not being made. So we're going through a quick... We've got a contentment here. We've got a restlessness there. It might be good to spend that passion. We've got a restlessness there as well, okay. Spend the passion that just reset. And those are short time of restlessness. We can kill one of them off, though. So what we'll do is, when this round of work is complete, so we will throw a passion in there, and we will burn a restlessness on it. And apparently we can study restlessness? Nope. That's interesting. So is there anything else we can do with this guy? No. Can I study health? Might that give me a vitality? I needed to do something with that fucking glimmering. Oops. Yeah, that's my bad. I fucked that up. So this is generating dread, and I've not seen a way to deal with dread. But dealing with that restlessness, which we're going to have another one here in a second. Dealing with so last time through we died because our dread counter got too high, and this time through it's probably going to be the same thing because we've got another one there. So dread goes away after an amount of time, but if one of these things kicks out a dread accumulator, I guess, then you're hosed. So we're going to have a difficult conversation at work again. I'm going to lose that glimmering, I think. Let's study health to get another vitality. And then when that's done, we'll study passion. We can explore Moreland's shop for funds. Yeah, that was that glimmering dying. Alright, we're going to want to look into that, but not right now. So in 30 seconds we're going to get the study production line back. We can explore that. 10 seconds. So the fleeting, the glimmering lesson learned turned into a glimmering. So that is its kind of decay arc. And here we have 2 vitalities put together, which should give us a health. And I think we're going to have plenty of time to get these squared away before this glimmering becomes a problem. Let's go and have the difficult conversation at work. With a passion. So we already have 3 dreads. So that's not working out super well for us. We got the junior position back, and we can add a reason as diligence. So that gave us an extra health and a skill. Now we need to get another glimmering. Alright, one of those dreads has expired, so we're okay, we're okay. One of them's got on the dread counter. See if we can just let that expire. Coins from that. Start up again. So there is our second glimmering. Put it together with that one. We should be able to get a 3rd passion. So I'm just moving resources more into the resourcey area here, because that's apparently where we're putting that stuff. And same with health. So these are our negatives. These are our locations over here. So we can't do anything with that. We can't do anything with that. Okay. So that's, I think, a second dread counter going in, so that's not great. This game's going to be over fairly soon, I think. We're going to work overtime here. So, fuck. So that didn't give me another passion, it gave me a fucking glimmering lesson learned. With a 5-minute counter on it. So if you can get 2 glimmering lesson learns, you're good. Because then we can upgrade one of these skills, and that's what we did with Notable Scholarship. That's how we got that upgraded. So that generated a contentment which immediately went in here. And a contentment against that is going to actually reduce that dread counter. We've got a restlessness. Oh shit, we've got a restlessness with an 8-second counter. That's going to turn into a dread. Alright. Well, it is what it is. And there it goes. Let's get the passion going again. So this is either going to give me another passion, or it's going to give me a glimmering lesson learned, in which case we can upgrade. Well, there's nothing for this prick to find. Funds. Alright, so I've got now, I can study this skill with 2 lessons learned in the right arcana, for want of a better word. Aspects, I think they call them here. And now I can upgrade that skill. But all of this is orthogonal to like actually the main quest. So should probably come back to the main quest at some point. So that gave it, I think that gave us the 3rd passion we were looking for. We've got 56 seconds. Let's send that guy back in there. But let's study the notes on a possible collaborator. I think we've dropped our... Yeah, we're only at 1 dread counter now. So whenever we're investigated and there's nothing to find, that creates contentment, and contentment offsets the dread. So we should be doing something here. So let's dream about the Watchman's secret and see what happens. At the same time, let's up our reason. We've got a bit of time. So let's go straight back to work. Alright, so we've got our first hunter in the detective. But I think we're a lot better set up this time. So we generated a second order influence. We need to apply a doctrine. Oh, can we apply the way in the wood this time? No, we can't. But we can dream about the way in the wood, so we'll do that. And we need a path. Apply a passion to enter the wood. Now we need to apply a reason there. So all my reason is about to be expended, so that's not the best situation to be in. I will hold off a second. What do I need now? My first recruit. Oh, where did that little wanker go? There we go. First little wanker. What the? What the shit is this? Alright, I have no idea what's happening here. Alright, so you've got the wood. Alright, something happened. And I can't... do I... So I can't... I can drag that around. Ah! Okay. Well, alright. So that let me go into the wood and retrieve a thing. You know, this is fucking cool. There's just so much going on, but in the same way that Sunless Skies and Sunless Seas is kind of like, you know, backstory light, let's say. Like, it just goes, hey, you know, fuck you, there's this thing. And it explains zero. Like, there is an abstract world, or sorry, this is an abstraction over the world. And I'm using this board to interact with, like, a metaphysical world and a real world and establish a cult. And the weird thing is that after you get into it a bit, after you've, you know, I've been going, what, just over 2 hours now. Oh shit, I've been going over 2 hours. When you've been going over 2 hours at this, you kind of start to get a feel for, like, what it all means, despite the fact that it's written in this kind of Lovecraftian kind of way, and it's kind of designed with all this abstraction around it. It still sort of makes sense, and that's honestly some of the coolest stuff that I've ever seen. You know, I'm into this. I'm into this a long way. Oh, I can also zoom. I didn't know I could zoom. There is something cool here, but if you even try to map out, like, what... You can kind of see how the content description is being done on the back end. And it looks like none of it is actually kind of procedurally generated at runtime, at least. It might be procedurally generated on the back. But even just having an authoring language that is robust enough and rich enough to allow you to do these things is really entertaining and really, really interesting. Because, like, how do you kind of represent that? How do you build tools to support that? You give me a restlessness. I can kill off a restlessness. I need to kill off that one first. And these are the questions that, like, really start to... So we've now got a cult. These are the questions that really start to be interesting when you think about, like, how... Not only how do you make... this is the promotion thing. We can't do that yet. Let's have a pawn who talks about the thing. Oh, that means that they would abduct a victim. No, we don't want that. What else could there be? They could feed in a reason to this. Don't know what that does. What else could I do? I could find out something. No. Find out something about the shop? No. Find out something about headquarters. Looks like it might do something. Because at the end of the day, you've got these are effectively your verbs, and these are your nouns that those verbs can act against. Kind of. How many? Oh, we got 0 dreads. Nope, that doesn't work. Alright, well, I guess we're using a reason. health is the thing that we're down on here. I mean, this is how good this game is. I've just been playing it for 2 hours and not even noticed, and like I'm ready to carry on rather than stop. But I do have other things to be doing. So yeah, so let me. I'm going to save and exit and leave. And then if I press that button, yeah. So I guess thanks for watching. This has been, this is always a lot of fun. I've been missing doing this stream. So feel free to hit follow and check in on the stream. Probably going to be looking at Sunday mornings. Well, Saturday mornings Pacific, Sunday evenings if you're in Europe. I want to get back into this, and I want to carve out a little bit of time because I actually haven't been playing games lately, and that's a bad thing. So this is going to be hopefully every Sunday. Maybe not the Wednesdays. We'll see. But feel free to follow us. We're also on Twitter at Gaming Eye Show. You can find me my personal account at Luke D. Facebook is Gaming Eye Show. We've got a website up now, and we're going to be cataloging back episodes and stuff for posterity. You can find that at gameai.show because I decided to spend a little bit more money on that than I probably should have done. So gameai.show if you want to see some of the past videos. Unfortunately, we haven't got everything that's been recorded. It took me a while to figure out that I needed to export stuff from Twitch to YouTube and then capture it there. But yeah, just generally, let's talk about Game AI. And if you have thoughts about what you want to see on the stream, games to suggest, or other things, feel free to let me know. I am going to go. I just brought up Twitter. It looks like the Xbox E3 presentation is going strong. Everybody's shouting about something called Minecraft Dungeons. So I'm going to go look at that and see what's going on with that. And hope to catch you probably next Sunday. Should be fun.